Hey everyone! This week we're going to be reading a book called The Friend. It's written by Sarah Stewart and illustrated by David Small. Annabelle Bernadette Clementine Dodd was a good little girl, though decidedly odd. Belle lived every day as if she were grown. She thought she could do everything all on her own. Now Belle had a very good friend in her home, from whose sight she was seldom allowed to roam. In fact, on most days they worked side by close side, where Beatrice Smith was the kindest of guides. Belle's mother was busy, too busy to play, and her father was much too often away. So hour after hour, day after day, Belle followed Bee, with Bee leading the way. First day of the week, they'd wash all the clothes, hanging them out in the sun's fullest glow. Belle would assemble large clothespin bouquets, while Bee would respond in her singular way. "Glory be, Lord knows you try, my child. Now let those clothes just flap for a while." Then they'd walk to the beach for a swimming spree, Belle and Bee, hand in hand, to the sea. Second day of the week, they'd iron the shirts, trousers and hankies and blouses and skirts, so Belle would sprinkle the clothes and more, herself, the table, the rug, and the floor. Bee'd straighten up, look Belle in the eye, "Let's give this place a chance to dry." Then they'd hike on the beach and make art in the sand, Belle and Bee by the sea, hand in hand. Third day of the week, they'd clean all the rooms. While Bee would dust, Belle danced with her broom. And when Belle and her broom went faster and faster, Bee was right there to ensure no disaster. She would stop and smile and study Belle's moves. "Glory be, my child, your steps are so smooth." Then they'd prance to the beach, the treasures they'd seize, Belle and Bee, hand in hand, by the sea. Fourth day of the week, they'd shop at the store and head to the garden for onions and more. Belle would dig worms and take them all home, where in spite of Bee's guard, they tended to roam. Hands on her hips, Bee'd make a strange face. All of God's creatures need a safe place. Then they'd go to the beach. Their castles were grand, Belle and Bee by the sea, hand in hand. Fifth day of the week, they'd bake some bread or roll out their favorite cookies instead. Belle was the artist and Bee was the baker. Their tasty results seemed to cover an acre. Bee'd turn from the stove and exclaim with pride, "Glory be, my child, beauty can't be denied." Then they'd stroll to the beach and sit down for tea, Belle and Bee, hand in hand by the sea. Sixth day of the week, they'd tackle big chores, washing the windows or scrubbing the floors. But they'd only work for half the day, with songs and jokes along the way. When they finished, Bee'd say, "Come sit with me. We'll look out my windows at the beautiful sea." Then they'd climb the back stairs to Bee's tiny rooms, filled with birds and books and sweet-smelling blooms. Seventh day of the week, Belle was always Bee's guest. They went to Bee's church where Belle sang best. And Bee would say on this most special day, "Hallelujah and glory be, I'm so lucky you're next to me." Then they'd sit in the garden and soak up the sun and give their thanks that the week's work was done. But then came a day like many other days, except Belle snuck outside all alone to play. There was no one in sight, no one at all, so she picked up her enormous red ball. Belle took her ball and walked straight to the sea. "I'm the boss of myself, I'm the boss of me." Belle's ball bounced away, and she ran in to save it. She felt strong and brave until a big wave hit. Back at home, Bee turned. Where could Belle be? Bee ran to the sea. She ran fast to the sea. Dashed into the water in her apron and shoes. She knew she had absolutely no time to lose. In just a few strokes, splashing pell-mell, her arms were around the terrified Belle, and out the two came, Belle and friend Bee, out of the great big beautiful sea. The ball went on to where it wanted to be. Bee carried Belle toward the kitchen's warm stove and brought towels, hot chocolate, and cozy clean clothes. Belle, all dry now and in a safe place, took another towel and dried Bee's face, and wanting most of all to cheer her up, gave Bee a hug and filled up her cup. "I'm so very, very sorry, Bee. I should have asked you to come with me." Now at the end it says, "There was a good woman, I called her my friend. She's in my heart now. She took care of me then." And on the last page it reads, "To all the people across the world who have saved the lives of children by paying attention to when others did not, but especially to Ola Beatrice Smith." And it says the author's name. So we've been talking a lot about inferring, and that's when you take what you know, the information that you know about the world, and you mix it with what's in a book, what the author's trying to tell you. And so I want to ask you, why do you think that Sarah Stewart, the author, wrote this book based on how it ends and what you read throughout? What do you think inspired her or caused her to write this? Let us know on Padlet.